So this is the Gatsby starters page. You can choose any theme you want. We're gonna go with Lumen for demonstration. This is how it looks, and you can deploy it straight to Netlify, which will be our static website hosting, by clicking on the Netlify button and creating a GitHub repository for me. So I'm connecting this to GitHub. Now Netlify is asking me what repository name I want to create. So because I'm creating a technical blog, I want to call this my technical blog. And this is going to fail because I already have a technical blog. I'm just going to add a number here just for demonstration purposes. Now this process takes a few minutes, and what Netlify is doing here is creating a repository for me on GitHub in my account, which is a copy of the starter with all the code, and it's connecting it to my newly created Netlify website, which is randomly named, as you can see here. So just to skip the waiting here, I've pre-made a Netlify website already with this starter. So this is what you're going to get after a few minutes. So this is the repository name that we gave before. And this is the website. It's a Netlify's domain, and it's already live. So we can see how it looks before editing. So this is the blog, like the demo we saw on the Gatsby starter. This is the profile. We have all these pages, and this is demo content. As you can see, it's super fast. You can click around. There's images. Okay, so we like the theme, and now we want to just edit the content, right? So how do we do that? We will go to the GitHub repository that Netlify created for us. So it's in this link. Just gonna open this. So this is under my GitHub. See, Sionip. This is the repository name. And what I like about this workflow is that you can now start working on your blog just like any other Git project you're working on. So I'm just gonna copy this and clone it. Okay, so now this is cloning, so I can work on it locally. Again, this takes a couple of minutes depending on your internet speed, so I've already done it. Just to save a few minutes, I'm going to open it here in VS Code. So what we can see here is the directory structure of the Gatsby starter that we chose. Every starter will have a similar directory structure. There'll always be a content folder with your posts and pages, and basically this is almost the only thing you want to edit. And there's a config.js file which holds general settings for the website. So let's start by editing this. So I'm gonna change it to my name. I'm gonna change the website name. Now this, what's nice about Netlify is that you can connect to your own domain name, and it's also comes with an SSL certificate for free, which is something you have to usually pay for in things like Heroku. So you get a free way of connecting your own domain later. We're not going to do that here. Subtitle. It's my technical blog. These are all settings that the starter theme uses. It comes pre-bundled with a Google Analytics plugin, which is super useful. So if you have a Google Analytics ID, you just plug it in here. We're going to leave all the main pages as is. Edit the name for the about me. Now /photo JPEG. This here is coming from the static folder. All your static assets, all your media comes from here. I'm just going to leave this photo. And the bio, I have 100 years of industry experience. This is my bio. You can add all your social contacts here. It will all show up in the links. And that's it. That's the basic config. Now, before editing the content, I'm gonna show you how to edit the content and preview it locally, which is another pretty cool part of working like this. So I'm skipping the npm install of all this because it also takes a few minutes. And after you've installed the npm modules, you just run npm run develop, which runs the Gatsby CLI, and it's creating a local server that serves your React app that Gatsby generates for you. And now we're going to, once this finishes, we're going to start editing some posts. So I'm going to just delete, this is all demo content. I'll just delete this in the meantime. And this is the post I would like to write. This is my first post. Just gonna change the name. How to make a blog in 10 minutes. Because I'm blogging about what I'm lecturing about. This is the URL we want to have here. It's good for SEO purposes, I guess. How to blog 10 minutes. And this is the category. It also supports categories. Blogging, of course. That's the description. Build a blog with Gatsby JS. Just gonna write some demo content here. So this is all Markdown. This is the same language that Wikipedia is written in. So it's worth learning, and you get pretty fast with it. So this is how you attach a picture. I'm just gonna leave this picture for demo purposes. This is a title. How to do it. And you can add bullets. 1, go to starters page. 2, deploy to Netlify. Okay, so as you can see in this workflow, we're editing all the content locally in VS Code like we do to any other software project. This is updating here. So now I'm going to go open localhost, which is where my local server is running. And I can see the website with the new content I've already created. This is the new updated data in the config.js file. Just gonna open this. So this is my Markdown blog post as it is rendered by my my theme. If you wanna, let's say, change the color from orange to something else, it's all controlled by SCSS files, which are in src folder, SCSS. So variables, you see the orange color here, just change it in VS Code, like you do for any other app. Save it, and it's instantly updated here. So that's it, and now we have a new version of our blog with the new content and config. So just commit it to Git as usual. New post, commit, and push. And that's it. This is now pushing to my GitHub repository, which is connected to Netlify. Netlify knows how to get any update from GitHub and start deploying my new version of my website. So we can go back to Netlify here, and just gonna refresh this and see the deployment task. Okay, building. So what Netlify is doing here is basically running npm run build, which is generating the entire React app and making it ready for deployment as a static website. So this takes a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to import your post into DevTow, which is super easy. So DevTow, you usually write your post in Markdown too, right? This is all Markdown. So I'm just gonna go to my post, copy and paste it. Boom, that's it. I'm just gonna wait for this to finish. Another key detail here is if you want your to tell Google that your original content is actually from your blog and not from DevTo, or not penalize you for duplicate content, you add the canonical URL. Another edit I'll have to do is put my my domain name before the image so that DevTo knows which where to take the images from, right? Because it's not from the DevTo website. And another thing not to forget is published false, just so you can check it, save changes. And now we can hopefully see our blog with the image coming from our website. And this is all on DevTo, ready to publish. You can